Time now for Insight, the final stretch before Election Day in the United States, just under a week before the U.S. presidential election, and recent opinion polls suggesting the major party candidates are neck and neck. Donald Trump, the Republican Party candidate, held rallies in Florida. It is a state in which each party has a good chance of winning. It's also where Democratic Party candidate Hillary Clinton has been campaigning this week. Clinton is making stops in Nevada and Arizona, where she is making a final pitch to the large Latino communities there. A spike in the number of Latino-eligible voters is expected to drive a more diverse U.S. electorate this year. A record number of Latinos is eligible to cast ballots, more than 27 million. That's an increase of 4 million since the last U.S. presidential election in 2012. The projection represents 12% of the total number of eligible voters. The figures come from the Pew Research Center. Immigrants from Mexico make up nearly a third of the foreign-born population in the United States, and this year, a lot more of them have become citizens, which gives them the right to vote. CCTV's Jessica Stone went to Texas, where she spoke to Mexican-American voters about what's motivating them to cast their ballot.
Do we have any Houston, Texas fans in the house today? Houston, Texas! Here you go!
History and music have knit Mexicans and Texans together since the 1800s.
I'm Maria Mendoza.
Maria Mendoza has lived in Houston, Texas for decades. This fall, she passed her U.S. citizenship exam. Yet she remains afraid of Republican presidential candidate Donald Trump. If he wins the election, she fears even legal Mexican immigrants could face deportation. U.S. government statistics show citizenship applications are up 32% from last year. There's now a backlog of more than 500,000 applications.
This cycle in 2016 is completely different than in 2012. The level of interest in the Latino community has grown exponentially.
Carlos Duarte says it's not just Trump's tough talk on immigration that scares Mexican Americans. It's his rejection of the North American Free Trade Agreement. NAFTA helps sustain more than 1 million jobs in Houston alone.
Houston has the third largest Mexican-born population in the entire United States. Nearly everyone here knows a new U.S. citizen or someone who's undocumented.
For 18-year-old Larissa Gonzalez, this year's election is a chance to help undocumented immigrants become legal U.S. citizens.
If I have the chance to at least try and make the change and give it a try, give it a shot, then I will.
Democratic candidate Hillary Clinton is trying to attract votes from Hispanic and other immigrant groups. She favors a path to citizenship for the millions of undocumented workers already living in the U.S.
Nada, todo fue muy emocionante.
Maria Mendoza just wants a president who respects the country's immigrants.
Compassion for the people, work hard, stay here.
You have a voice that deserves to be heard.
Jessica Stone, CCTV, Houston, Texas.